It's RM, and I'm back with another edition of Mindset Monday. It's story time again. I'm talking about boiling water and frogs today. Stick with me, I'm gonna get somewhere, I promise. In fact, this is probably a story that a lot of you have already heard. But just watch it again because I'm gonna put a little twist on it. And if you haven't heard it, I think you're in for a treat. It's a simple one, but it should impact you because I know it did me when I first heard it. So I heard a study about frogs and how they interact with water in different temperatures. So if a frog hops into a pot of boiling water, it will immediately recognize that it's hot and get right out of there. Just like you. If you hop into a pot of boiling water, if you put your hand on something that's hot, you recognize it immediately and you get out of there. But this is what I thought was interesting. If a frog were to just sit in that pot when the water was room temperature and then the water got hotter, let's say 10 degrees every minute or so, that frog would sit there and not even recognize or realize that the water is literally burning it to death. And eventually it becomes frog soup. But like Kermit, that's none of my business. Here's the thing. That impacted me because that's just like us. We can walk into a room or an environment and realize immediately that it's volatile or hostile or dangerous, and we'll get out of there. But here's what's crazy. If we're in an environment and slowly but surely it starts to change or become dangerous, or people walk into the room and it's detrimental to our future and we don't realize that and we're not woke, eventually we can end up dying. Our futures can end up dying or become sabotaged based on the environment slowly changing around us and us not realizing it and being woke enough to do something about it. So don't be like that frog. Understand that if you're in an environment right now, I want you to take inventory of your surroundings, the people that are around you, the places where you're going. If you look and you realize like, hey, this environment wasn't always like this, this thing's kind of getting suspect, recognize that and make a change. Because if you don't, you'll become frog soup too. But like I said, Kermit, it's none of my business. But I want to bless you with that simple story with something that you can apply to your life. So I need you to go be great like you are and holla at me. You know where to find me.